Greetings to one of you comic book readers out there. I'm Mike from Frontline here, and welcome everybody to my comic review. In this review, I'll be reviewing issue number 1 comic book that came out of DC Comics, and this is actually going to be a 6-issue miniseries, and this is going to be very interesting, and it's a crossover actually. Injustice versus Masters of the Universe, issue number 1. And since this is the first issue, I will say who the writer and the artist is by. So, let's get to that. So, hopefully I say the names right. The writer is by Tim Seeley, and the artist is by Freddie E. Williams II. So, I heard about this crossover that's happening, and since I reviewed He-Man Master of the Universe comic books, and I did with Thundercats, I figured why not try with Injustice, because I have played the Injustice video game, so I'm kind of aware of what's going on in the Injustice universe. So it starts off with the open Enforcer log, where he talks about him being the Zodiac, and talks about the history of He-Man, in case any of us don't know who He-Man is. And artwork is drawn really great. I love this artwork that's drawn in this comic book. And, you know, it talks about how He-Man protects the sorceress, and he's a wielder of sword and power. And the most recently villain that he goes to of fighting with, Skeletor, the Lord of Destruction, known to be the Demon Wizard, but his location is currently unknown, leading many to believe he is no more, that he's dead. So it starts off where He-Man fights off with the Faker He-Man, as like an all-out brawl that happens between those two, along with Lieutenant Andra against Captain Tila. And with all that fighting and everything, He-Man, of course, outbeat the Faker, thanks to his Battle Cat. And the people actually are against him. Like, they really don't like, you know, who he is and what he did, along with the He-Man Thundercats reference, that he revealed himself, Prince Adam, that he is He-Man. So, basically, they just said that he is no good to be the most powerful man in the universe. And with hearing that, he just transforms from being He-Man to Prince Adam. And this is where actually Lady Zatanna and Swamp Thing make their appearance. So, that's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen there. So, that's where the interesting starts to begin. So as Prince Adam talks with his mother about, you know, how people see him as, like, dwell of delusions and stuff like that, and how he used to be the barbarian hero, now people don't see him as He-Man anymore because he reveals his identity and no one really needs Prince Adam. So we see Zatanna and Batman along with the rest of the crew who go to see him and actually ask him for help because there is something that he could help them out with. And then they talk about the history of the Injustice Superman, where our Kryptonian hero Superman, where he was controlled by the criminal mastermind the Joker that led Superman to accidentally kill his wife and his son, and and then, actually, he murdered them along with the Joker in cold blood, and he named himself basically the High Counselor. So with that, he, in victory, Superman used Brainiac's technology to re-establish his regime and be more controlling than ever before. So since they heard what he said to the people, they actually convinced them that he could be the man that could help them defeat Superman. And there was a big fight going on, and then we see Copperhead and Diana, who are wreaking havoc across the streets and everything because they are talking bad about Superman. And he actually has Batman who works with him as well in the Injustice universe. Basically, having all that. And then in comes in Skeletor. Who didn't see that coming? We all knew he wasn't dead, that he was still alive out there. And he actually says that he can help the team to actually get a magical artifact. Basically, to gather the sneakers of the boy named Freddie Freeman. And all that is explained there. So as He-Man, or Prince Adam actually, gets permission to go to the planet Earth from Tila, he says, just go get the power of Grayskull and bring the power of Grayskull to this enslaved world, and if you're needed, we will call you back for anything. And with that, along with Oracle and his other friends that are joining him, he just goes by the power of Grayskull, and he has the power. But things don't end too positive now at the end of this comic book, because, well, let's just say is not going to be the Lord of Apocalypse that does not come to Eternia, because in comes in Darkseid, and that is to be continued in the next issue. And there's a Justice League Dark issue #1 that's coming out, actually, which I actually haven't read that since the New 52 Justice League Dark. But yeah, but with this issue, really a great way to pick things up for this crossover. And it looks like it's going to be a really promising issue that I'll be looking forward to reading with all these 6 issues. But rating that I would say this deserves, I would say 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's excellent artwork and a great story that we see where He-Man has to stop Superman. This is going to be the biggest collision of two, you know, strong men that are going to go up against each other. And I really can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. But I would really recommend you guys pick this up if you are a He-Man or Injustice fan. And if not, then you won't. But it's up to you guys. And with that, everybody, that's my comic review of Injustice vs. Masters of the Universe issue #1. Before I go, do not check out the source of ComicFrontline.com, ZoneWarPodcast.com, the YouTube gaming channel Frontline Gaming Zone, the #1 source for comic and gaming news, views, and a whole bunch more. Click that subscribe button so it'll be in your subscription box. You won't miss out on any videos that I upload daily for you guys. And in the comment sections, you can leave your comments, likes, dislikes, any questions you have, or any predictions you have what's going to happen further down the line. Let me know, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And to all your comic readers out there, my comic friends saying take care. And as always, don't forget to keep watching. Later, everybody.